There's another kind of love. It's called God realization love or divine love. And divine love is what I aspire to. It's a love that never changes. And it's a love that never varies. It's no matter what it is that comes at you. I always use the metaphor of the orange. I was asked to have an orange up here on stage with the rose, the orange and the rose. You know, and I was giving a talk in Toronto several years ago, and there's a little boy in the front row. And I said, if I take this orange and I squeeze it as hard as I can squeeze it, what's going to come out? And he said, juice. I said, you mean like apple juice or, grape juice or apricot juice? He said, no. He said, orange juice. I said, right. I said, why? Why does orange juice come out of this thing when you squeeze it? He said, because it's an orange. Of course. I said, yeah, but it's more than that. It's just an orange. It's because that's what's inside. When you squeeze an orange, it doesn't matter who squeezes it, doesn't matter what time of day you squeeze it, doesn't matter what instrument you use, it doesn't matter what the conditions are. When you squeeze an orange, you get out of it what's inside. Now, if we extend that metaphor to ourselves, and someone squeezes you, and someone put pressure on you, or someone says something about you that you don't understand, or that you don't like, or that you're offended by, and out of you comes anger, and rage, and stress, and hate, and bitterness, and fear, when these things come out of you because of the squeezing that takes place in your life, it isn't because, no matter how convinced we are of our egos, that this is something that somebody else is causing to happen in me. What comes out of you when you are squeezed is what's inside. And when you live from a place of God realization, of higher consciousness, infinite consciousness, when you're aligned with that infinite consciousness, and someone squeezes you, and out of you comes love, and that's the only thing that ever comes out of you, it's because that's what's inside.